Hey guys, we are at day 17 of Yoga March Madness. So today we are going to find some relaxation and rejuvenation with a yoga sequence, again, getting us prepared for sleep or rest. So let's hop on our mats. We'll start standing. So if you have maybe a few thicker pillows or some yoga blocks, have those handy. And again, a blanket as well should work too. So coming to the top of our mat, standing in Tadasana, just really firm down through all sides of your feet. Find a lift of your belly and a softening of the shoulders down and back. Reach up through the crown of your head. Soften your eyes and take 3 invigorating breaths. You can inhale and exhale through the nose. You can use an exhale through the mouth. Whatever really just gets you in the here and now. Let's go one more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms wide and up. Clasp your fingers. Point your finger. As we exhale, we'll side bend to the left. Come through center, side bend, second side. Inhale through center, release the hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift your chest halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep arms wide, press through your heels and rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep the arms, lace and point. Exhale to the left side. Inhale through center and exhale over to the second side. Inhale through center, release the hands and fold forward. Exhale. Inhale, stretch your chest forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep wide, sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart. Same thing one more time. Inhale, sweep up. Lace and point. Exhale, side bend. Inhale through center. Exhale, second side. Inhale through center, release the hands and fold. Exhale. Inhale, stretch your chest forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep wide and sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take your hands to the small of your back, fingers pointing down. Take the front of the shoulders, pull them back behind you. You should feel your shoulder blades squeeze together. We're going to take our right foot, step it back casually, stay on the ball of your right foot. Press through the ball of the right foot, lift your hip points, scoop your belly up, breastbone to sky, drop your head back. Squeeze your outer hips in for stability and balance. Opening our right hip flexors, quads, chest muscles. And then inhale, step and release. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, so bend the elbows 90 degrees. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, up. Keep those elbows nice and wide, and exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, your hands behind your back. You can come to the small of your back again, or you can lace your fingers and pull out through your knuckles. Make sure the shoulders aren't rolling forward, so squeeze those shoulder blades together. Left foot's going to step back. Press down through the ball mound. Lift the hip points, lift your breastbone, start to lean your shoulders back, gaze up. Outer hips in to create the balance and stability you need as you shift your gaze towards the sky. Keep breathing, feeling the openness of our front body. And next, inhale, release, and step together. Inhale, sweep wide, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stretch your chest forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, down dog. Pedal out your feet here, wiggle your hips. Get a nice side stretch. Get some nice calf stretch in. A lot of times what we don't realize is that our shoes, no matter if they're flats or heels, they do have a little lift in them. So throughout the day when we're wearing shoes, our calf muscles are constantly being shortened. So it's good to just lengthen out those calf muscles at the end of the day. It'll help decrease the potential for plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendon issues, knee issues. Just continue to pedal out the feet. Then come back into stillness. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale back to down dog. 2 more times. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, down dog. Sink through the heels. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep inhale and down dog. Then exhale onto your knees. We're going to walk our hands generously forward so our arms are at about a 45-degree angle to the floor. Fingers spread out wide. Start to tilt your tailbone up towards the sky and drop your belly like a cow pose. And now take your hips back, taking your head in between your upper arms. Maybe your forehead reaches the ground, maybe it doesn't. But really anchor down into the hands. Don't just sink, don't bend into the elbows and soften the arms. You're pressing through the floor with your hands. Your elbows are squeezed straight. And if you have more range of motion through your upper back, maybe you take your chin to the floor and gaze forward. But tailbone up to the sky like you're sticking your booty up and you're dropping your chest to the floor. Arms are strong and engaged. And then inhale. Now bend the elbows, slide forward onto your belly for Sphinx pose. Make any adjustments needed. Again, press down through the forearms, lift the chest, gaze forward. Curl your toes under. Deeply inhale. Exhale, roll yourself up into a forearm plank. Hold here. Step your feet together and tilt your hips side to side. All day if you're sitting a lot or you just came home from driving, there might be some built up energy that we need to expel before we can get a good night's sleep. One more time each side. Then back to center. Come to your knees, drop your hips, lift your chest back to Sphinx pose. Slide your hands back, press up to down dog. Coming back to pedaling out our feet, giving some attention to our calf muscles. Our sits bones are lifting up to the sky. And then again, coming back to stillness, stepping our feet together. Inhale your right leg up. We're going to bend the right knee, squeeze our left outer hip to stack the right hip on top of the left. And now we're still pressing through both hands. Think equal weight in the hands. And we're reaching out through our kneecap, our right kneecap, to lengthen the space at our hip crease. And then release the toes back down. Second side, so lift the left leg up. Bend the knee. We got to squeeze our right outer hip to get the hips to stack. And then you reach out through your kneecap to create the space. Find extra pressure in through the right hand. Think equal weight in the hands still. Keep reaching out through that knee. Create the stretch and space. One more inhale. Exhale, toes touch down. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale to the knees, to the belly, and slide your hands forward. Take your left forearm, turn it in at an angle. Hamstring curl your right leg, swing back, hold the foot, or use a strap. And we're just going to press the foot into our hand. This way we're lengthening our quad muscles and stretching our chest. If you're holding the outside of the foot, flip to the inside of the foot. If you're holding the inside of the foot, flip to the outside of the foot. Just gives this the chest a different style stretch. Keep reaching your breastbone forward. Lifting up the small of the belly, creating space for your small back, or your low back, I should say. And then with an inhale, gently release. Right forearm turns in, left knee bends. Anchor that pelvis to the floor. Reach your chest bones forward. Then reach back. Grabbing the foot, press the foot into the hand. Keep breathing deep down into your belly. And again, flip your grip to the inside or outside, whichever you did first. Switch that. We're still pressing our foot into the hand. Still reaching the breastbone forward. And we're still anchoring our pelvis to the mat. And inhale, slowly release. Stack your hands on top of each other, turn your head to one side. Take a few deep breaths down into your belly and just feel your belly press into the floor. One more round. Deeply inhale. Fully exhale. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Press to all fours. And we're going to come into a sit. We're going to come into a wide-legged seated pose. And then just take your hands behind your hips, fingertip the floor, and just press your fingertips into the floor and feel the hips just gently float up. Your hips might still be touching, but just allow some space to be created in between each one of your vertebrae. All right, and then settle back down, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Right hand just below the knee. Left arm is going to reach up. And we're going to start to side bend over to our right foot. Our right hand is going to slide down to a point where the side bend ends. I don't want a forward fold where the top shoulder is dropping forward. I want you to think of rotating through your rib cage so your right ribs are coming forward. And we're side bending so our shoulders are stacked. If you can reach your big toe, you can hook your big toe. If you can go a little bit further, start to bend into your right arm. And maybe continue both hands to your big toe. Keep your legs strong and active, so squeeze your kneecaps. And just breathe into this pose. The gaze can be wherever you feel your neck relax the most. So you can gaze down to the floor, but again, if you gaze down to the floor, the tendency to drop that top shoulder is increased. So make sure that you're still lifting up underneath the armpit to help from dropping that shoulder, you can gaze up and peekaboo underneath the arm. Now listen carefully. On an inhale, you're going to start to lift the chest. Don't let your hands go from where they are. So if you're back here, just start to lift the chest. Now we're going to rotate our shoulders to square over our right leg. And we're going to refold so our chest is pointing down towards our thigh. Think about your left sit bone being heavy. And you're also trying to create equal side body length. So it's easy to get the left side long here. See if you can't lengthen out the right side body. Get that right armpit a little bit further away from your hips. Wherever you are, start to walk your hands back to lift the chest. Take your hands behind your hips, fingertip the floor. Again, just press down into the mat. If the fingertips are too much, you can fist the floor as well, just to kind of help lift the pelvis up slightly so we can balance the SI joints out. Lower back down, left hand to the shin, right arm up. And again, if you want to start, you can start right away by rotating through your torso, right? Creating that twist. So left ribs forward, right arm up, begin to side bend, reaching for those left toes. And again, if you can't get to your big toe, that's okay. I'd rather have you keep your shoulder, your armpits on top of each other than bending over just to reach for the toe. So this side seems a little bit tighter for me this morning, so I'm just going to get quiet for a few moments and really use my breath to see if I can't get my side body to open up a little bit. If you feel like your head's kind of hanging out there in limbo land and your arms not quite to your big toe, or if you are at your big toe and your head is kind of still hanging there, you can always take your right hand, wrap it to the left side of your head, and just use your hand as a support so your neck muscles don't have to work so hard as either. So I'm probably on my fifth or sixth breath here, and just by breathing into my right side body, I've been able to get a little bit deeper. So flexibility, strength, mastery, it all takes patience and breath and knowing where your body is each moment. So now again, wherever you are, start to lift the chest up away from the thigh, rotate it down so now the top shoulder is rolling towards the floor, and then we're going to refold over our left leg. Again, trying to create now a longer side body through the left side. Right hip points being heavy. It might not be completely on the ground, but let it get heavy. Breathing deeply down into our belly. Our jaw is relaxed. The sides of our neck are relaxed. And then slowly begin to walk your hands back. Grab for the inside of your thighs. Pull your knees up. Cross your legs. Left hand to right knee, a gentle twist to the right. Think long spine, space between each vertebrae. And then inhale, exhale, second side. And then inhale back to center. Now if you have your blocks or your pillows, find those and have your blanket handy. We're going to turn to lie on our backs. And again, if you don't have pillows or anything, that's okay. You can just come to lie in Savasana. And if you want to cover yourself up with a blanket, go ahead and do so. If you do have a stack of pillows or blocks, use those. And, excuse me, what we're going to do is lift our hips and slide them underneath. There, okay. So now I can talk. So if you have something a little bit more rigid like blocks, make sure they're not too high and they're not too low. So you want them right on the top. So you want the top edge of your blocks or the rigidness right at your top of your sacrum. So S1 kind of right there. One cue to kind of gauge to see. I mean, we're going to do this anyways, but we're going to straighten out our legs. And if you feel your low back a little bit too crunchy, you can't quite relax in this position, either adjust the blocks down slightly or lower the height of the blocks or pillows. And then we're going to find our blanket, cover ourselves up, and get a little comfy cozy for the last few moments of class. Completely draping ourselves over our blocks or pillows, allowing our hip flexors to unwind. If you have a few more moments to relax here, Definitely take that time. Otherwise, bend your knees, taking the bottoms of your feet to the floor. Lift up those hips to slide out the blocks or pillows. Lower those hips back down to the earth. Just give those knees a little wiper side to side. And next time the knees come to the right, press your hands up and find yourself in a seated position. Hands to heart, close clasp with the sound of Om. So fully exhale, deeply inhale. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for joining me in class today. More importantly, thank yourself for showing up and working hard. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Sweet dreams.